What feeds your practice? What Feeds Your Practice is a research and planning initiative from the Project Arts Centre that seeks to understand artists' processes and practices better. We want to know what drives you, nourishes you, inspires you, so that we can figure out new ways to support, complement, stimulate, fortify, and make space for artists. This will help to inform our artistic planning for the coming years. We want to go beyond traditional CPD, continuing professional development frameworks, towards thinking about the intangible, the embodied, the ephemeral, the slippery, the abstract things that form artists' ways of being and making. The survey contains questions and suggestions or prompts, but we're open to learning about completely different areas of thought and work that we haven't anticipated. So there are lots of open-ended questions and spaces for new ideas. Feel free to just answer the questions that are relevant to you. This survey is for practicing artists. This survey for practicing artists is a first step in this process. You can fill it in anonymously, but we'd love to stay in touch. There's a place to share your details. You need to do this by entering for our draw for a £50 voucher for Sano Pizza, and you can tick to be added to our mailing list. You can reply with a video or audio file if you prefer, and that can be sent to Sarah, SARA, at projectartscentre.ie. One, what is or are your primary art forms or disciplines? 2, do you have daily or weekly practices that you developed that are an integral part of your process, whether or not this appears in your finished work? This could include drawing practice, a making practice, warm-ups. It could be maintenance work like tidying or sweeping your workspace, organizing files, maintaining an online presence through regular posts. 3, is reading media part of what feeds your work? What do you read? Fiction, theory, essays, magazines? Do you listen to podcasts, radio programs? View social media like Instagram or TikTok? What else do you watch? Experimental cinema? Documentaries? Blockbusters? Series? Do you game? Do you work with material in from archives? And how? Be as specific as you like. 4, is engagement with other artists' work within your discipline an important element of your practice? Do you do this in person or online or both? Be as specific as you wish to be. 5, what art forms outside of your primary focus are you most interested in or involved in? Literature, theatre, dance, design, sculpture, cinema? For example, do you play an instrument or produce music, especially if music is not your primary art form? Do you sew, especially if visual work or costume style is not your primary work? 6, what other disciplines or areas of thought or academic study feed what you do? For example, architecture, Irish history, queer studies, social geography, quantum computing. How do you engage with these? Be as specific as you can. 7, do social interactions feed what you do? With friends or other artists, on Discord, through community-based work or volunteering, at festivals or clubs, or other more anonymous encounters, through caring for family and or friends. 8, are there things about your background, lived experience, or identity that are important to your practice. Race, gender, experiences of loss or displacement, neurodivergence or physical disability, sexuality, class, language, mother tongue. 9. Is your practice fed by encounters with forces or structures that you push or fight against? For example, as a disabled person, interpersonally, as you navigate housing struggles or other forms of hostile social environment? Is it fed by communities and or the activism you may engage in around these issues? 10. What embodied practices relate to your work? These might include sport, physical intimacy, body therapies from massage to manicures, time outside, gardening, cooking and or eating, time with pets, animals, practices that are about resting the body, like holidays or leisure activities. What other pleasures sustain your work? Are there other types of off-grid activity, or what we conventionally consider to be non-productive time, or activities not connected to art making that uphold your work?
Art as well.
11. Are there intangible, metaphysical, spiritual things that feed your practice? These could include religion, ritual, meditation, therapy. We know that 12. We know that financial support can be one of the key things that allows people to work and feed what artists do. Please tell us what works best about the systems you're involved with around these. Funding, fees, sales, waged work that's related to your practice but not exactly your work, e.g. teaching, mentorship, workshop delivery, and what doesn't work for you? What changes would you like to see? 13. What are we missing? Tell us anything more you're willing to share about what sustains your work. 14. Please share your contact details here if you wish. Name, email, website, and phone are optional. 15. You can contact me and you can tick about upcoming events for artists and related to this survey, or tick and add me to your mailing list, or tick and I'd like to be added to the draw for €50 voucher for Santo. We'd love to know a bit more about you. This is not data gathering exercise, but the following questions give us more of a sense of your working circumstances and background. For example, do you have a separate studio or workspace, or do you work from home? So please tick whether you have a studio or at home or other. Explain to us. Have you received funding from the Arts Council or any other sources in the last 12 months? Do you have a third level qualification in your specified art form? If not, how have you navigated that? How do you connect with the arts sector? Where are you based? Tick based in Dublin, based outside Dublin, or tell us another. And where are you from? Where is home to you? Anything else we should know that would help us understand you and your work better? Please write this in and submit.